All right, hello everybody. Joe Skibby with Beats, Beds, and Browns, the region resource for emerging hip hop artists, gardening in all its forms, from commercial agriculture to homesteading, and bourbon and brown distilled spirits. Today we're going to be working on planting our seedlings that we started a couple weeks ago to test the germination rate of some of our existing seed kits with our secret mix. Again, we've got a video on what we grow into, but this is a mix of nitrogen, topsoil, mulch, and pit moss. Check out the video. We're going to go ahead and get started getting these plants transplanted. Again, we got some 4-inch pots here. We pre-mixed some of our preferred garden soil to be able to make these transplants grow successfully. These have been in the ground under our LED grow lights for the last 2 to 3 weeks. Some of them are starting to display the true leaf, or the first kind of non-sprouted leaf. And we're going to go ahead and get some of them transplanted in. I'll show you what they look like. Again, a little premature, but when you're in the middle of winter, zone 5B here, you just got to keep going forward. These are our flats, again, with a mix of kale, dill, cilantro, and we're going to go ahead and start with some of the kale, as they are really jumping out. We don't tend to be overly delicate with these, probably less than we should. These are pretty hardy, so we're going to carve out a place to drop probably an ice cube size piece of dirt. We scoop it out of the tray. There we go. Right now we're using a broken in half popsicle stick, and this is a kale sprout. Again, we're high tech here. We always invest in nothing but the best, and want to open up gardening to anybody, so material isn't going to dictate how we do it. These are pretty leggy, which means that they've grown tall and slender to get closer to the LED light. So we're going to try and tuck these roots in here without damaging the stem, give them the best chance for success. We'll top it off here. And share alike. We'll try and get these to where they're standing independently, supporting them with dirt, and then we're going to place them in an empty flat so that the holes on the bottom that we can just water from the top or the bottom. So that's kale number 1. Again, these are really leggy, 4 or 5 inches tall. So we're going to try and dig a deep hole. Again, if you think of an ice cube dropping right in there, that's about what we're going to pull out of these flats. Again, another kale. We don't want to get tangled up with any of his pals in there. Drop it in there. Press it down as gently as you can. Brace him. Other dirt. These will settle. This is pretty loose packed right now, and there's a bunch of chunks of organic material. Again, that's going to help water absorption. We tend to make a mess. We don't mind. And that'll strengthen up as it grows towards the light. So those are kale. We've also got some chard that are really early. We're going to go ahead and try and transplant those in. We've got a couple of those already under the lights. This is something that we can come and pull out of these flats every weekend. So it keeps us inching along towards spring. Currently it's 18 degrees outside in Zone 5B, Northwest Indiana, and we just want to be thinking warm gardening thoughts, because that makes us happy, gets us through the week, all that good stuff. Top it off. Again, this is a chard. And all of this loose pack will end up compacting, tightening down, getting the roots even lower as we add water. Next is the dill. think I showed you that. So we'll do the dill next. We planted a bunch of dill seed. It's something we have an abundance of. We're also giving away free acorn, squash, carrot, and dill seed at beetsbedsbrowns.com. Our goal to give out 100,000 seed kits over the next 10 years. We want to put the relaxation, the comfort, the joy of growing your own food in as many people's hands as possible. So please register beetsbedsbrowns.com. Check out our content across all social media at beetsbedsbrowns. We're connecting with Porter County's Earth Day. We've been a part of the Lake County Eats Local Farmers Markets. We've interviewed master gardeners from the Porter County Extension. We're trying to educate. We're trying to incorporate things that we love, including distilled brown spirits, including emerging hip hop artists, and we hope to find other people who like these things as well. But again, on to the dill. These are kind of clumpy, as you can see. This is a prior dill transplant. We just drop them all in there. Winners will present themselves. And again, we can throw that in the ground as a clump. Dill is a fantastic spice that you can put on seafood. You can make dips. Most importantly to us, it attracts pollinators. Yellow swallowtail butterflies. Again, if you have a garden, if you have a plant and you start to see attracting different wildlife, pollinators, insects, it's one of the rewarding things about gardening. Now you've got an actual environment that you're adding instead of taking away. And that's, again, another one of the joys that we hope to share. And dill is a very easy to germinate seed. And you can pretty much sprinkle it liberally, I don't want to say anywhere, but anywhere that it's protected from extensive sunlight and anywhere that it gets enough water. And every plant has a different profile in terms of where it grows. Many of the seed packs that you buy will list that. There's research online that you can conduct. But we just go by trial and error. We like to get our hands dirty and get in the mix. If you do too, subscribe at beetsbedsbrowns. Again, check out our content on our social and make sure that you register for your free seed kit at beetsbedsbrowns.com. Happy planting.